Today we have another fun project that we're working on as we continue to work towards building up the locals area. But first, I want to show you guys this. Before, I was storing all of our laser engraving stuff on a different shelf. It's all in here, way more storage. This space here will be way more organized, but it's pretty bad right now. So it is a mess, but we are working on these, and they are going to become a new end cap shelf. Only got 3 out of 16 done. There is one more back there drying, but it's on the cardboard right now because it is super wet. Let me show you guys what we're going to be turning this into. The local area you guys saw us work on the last video, we finished that. We've kind of been packing it out just a little bit. Then, I don't know if I have an old clip of the other thing that we had here, but it was really bad. It didn't have like the same kind of vibe at all. So now we've replaced it with this shelf, which gives a really nice push-in kind of rustic effect. But this one is obviously not stained. I got really excited and pulled the old shelf, and then I had to put something on there. So this one here I'll be nailing together today once it dries. Hopefully it dries enough. But in the meantime, we have a shipment that just came in, so we need to put that up. Looks better, but this shelf is still looking really sparse, so that's not great. So now I am taking these here, logging in to our POS, and I'm going to make sure that these SKUs are in, they're active, they're updated, and the pricing is correct. So that way we're actually making the margin that we want to make on this product, because every time we get a new product in, with the way things are these days, prices are changing all the time. Shows up, it's looking good. Good on this one. And we'll just basically go through all of them and see how they're doing. We get pretty decent pricing on it, which means we can pass a pretty decent price along to our customers as well. But negative is shipping charges are kind of high, so you gotta factor those in. About 7 hours since the last time we talked, and a lot happened today. I had to take care of a lot of stuff. We got really busy with pizza orders, and honestly I just kind of forgot to bring you guys along. I think that these crates look beautiful though. Oh yeah, I didn't show you guys. I also redid this back office today, and I think that the flow works a little bit better for the entire thing because everything is a little bit more centralized, a little bit more organized. I'm sure you guys saw how bad of a mess it was at the beginning of this video. It was driving me wild, absolutely wild, but I had ordered in way too much stuff and was not ready and did not have the space for it. Now I do, in the same amount of space, which is pretty cool. This is like all of our pizza supplies, it's additional. We really should just have a longer, bigger fridge to save some money. You come into here, and this is where my brother and I will be mostly working. It's really nice because it's a collaborative workspace. Our monthly goals, how did we do in January? Cigarette reports, we did not get to the outdoor speakers. Produce shelf, you guys saw that. Front shelf, it's unchecked, but I'm doing it tonight. Deli case, kind of. DoorDash, kind of. Change of plans, we're going home. Bad snowstorm coming, so we should get going. What are you taking another one for? Was there already one up there?
Yeah, so it was a different spot.
Yeah, that's all right. All right, guys, so we got pretty dang busy over the last few days. Had to step away from the projects, which is a bummer. Couldn't take you guys with us because honestly, it was just way too busy to really work on anyway, but here's where we are right now. Crate project coming along. I'm trying to decide if I like this kind of oscillation here or just going with like a whole typical standard. Otherwise, I'll have to stain all of those. We're looking at that. There's that. One of them just looks unfinished to me now, even though I really liked it when I first saw it. Alright guys, so I learned my lesson and I bought a respirator. Why? because I almost died. We're putting on some clear coat today onto this guy. I wish I would have recorded and showed you guys us painting this because it looked so bad before, but super hyped with how this thing's come out and how it's looking overall. I think that it's actually really turned into a great looking project. So it only took getting super sick like 3 times to realize, hey, respirators are important. And a little COVID mask definitely doesn't do the trick when you're working with stuff that's got fumes as potent as the ones that I've been working with. No idea how this thing works.
Yes, Batman.
Drink it, drink it. So the last time I put clear coat on, I put way too much on and it literally took like 6 days to dry. So we're not going to do that today. We're going to be a little bit smarter. It seems to be working though. I'm not smelling anything. And that's pretty cool. You know, the nice thing is the clear coat is going to basically create an invisible layer between the wood and whatever gets on it. Now, the one that we've chose is Minwax. And it's their fast drying application. Now it's only fast drying if you apply the proper amount. So the key is you really need to make sure that with the clear coat you are working it in to the wood and spreading it as evenly as possible. I didn't know that the very first time. I was just basically scooping the stuff, slapping it down, and it ended up working okay, but it was forever to be ready. That's why I'm continuing to work it. So I let it go, get the whole shelf nice and wet, work it through, make sure it's evenly applied, and then I'll go back over in another 3 or 4 minutes and just spread it out once again, just like I am right now. Nice, smooth, easy, really brings out all the character of the wood. Oh wow, ooh, that is pungent. This is a good investment. Wow, that's pungent. Hopefully it's not too noticeable far away. Oh, all right, next project. So this is our next project. I have been making these Slate coasters here at the store, and they've been pretty cool, and customers have liked them a lot. So I've kind of dove in deeper and I was like, hey, with the laser engraver, how can I make them better? Well, this is the Slate coaster. I don't know if you can tell. And then this is an new and improved Slate coaster. We'll have to get that at a better light after we test it. But what I did is I took a spray clear coat, put it on here, which by the way, the spray clear coat, it is stinky. Never doing this inside again. Did it inside. People were talking about it for like a day and a half. It wasn't good. You could smell it everywhere. But anyway, we're going to take these and we're going to take a look and see how the clear coat ones compare to the non-clear coat ones. And if it's worth the extra time because it takes a little while to dry and also clear coat ain't free. So we're going to open X tool here. So basically I really like going on to Etsy for a lot of this stuff because there are some really cool coasters. Oh yeah, that reminds me. People trying to charge for something like this, you see it here? That's ridiculous. You can just make that yourself super freaking easily. All right, so we got our file here. We're gonna take those same files here, Control A. We're just gonna dump them in. Design Elements is gonna stack them all on top of each other. That's fine. And this is what I was talking about. See, super easy to make yourself. Literally easy. Interesting part is I should be able to just mark here and here on this file and then place the coasters in, but I think I made a mistake because I think I needed to save this file so we knew exactly where they were in relation to this, which is a bummer. We'll see. Yeah, don't have it. So that doesn't make much sense unless we do it now and then save it, but then it's got to be in relation. Oh, I don't know, my brain's not working. We're going to put our coasters in, bring our laser over. There she goes. I'm excited to see what the results look like. Yep, because we're dumb, we had to still use this as our means to block that blue light so we don't burn out our eyeballs. Is that the best way to do it? Absolutely not. Is it away? Yes. So you can see here we've got about 25 minutes. So here is my dilemma. I've got two different stains. I've got our early American and I've got our Gunstock. I don't know if you can tell, but they look pretty dang similar. And I gotta figure out what one I want to do for our doors. So the Gunstock has a little bit of a red hue to it. So I think I'm actually gonna go with the early American because I'm not a huge fan of that red hue, but I do think I'm gonna like the early American. So we're gonna test it out on the door back that way and see how it looks. So this here is our test subject, and the game plan is this is gonna be the early American, this is gonna go to Kona, and I hope that the contrast looks really good. The reason we're testing this one is because we are all the way in like the very back of the store. I know I was talking about how great the respirator is, but I imagine that this is going to be a pretty quick process for us. So hopefully, at least on just the one side, we're in and out in like 5 minutes. It is not a screwdriver, but it should get the job done. It's really important. You really want to make sure that you shake the stain up because a lot of it will settle onto the bottom, and that's never good. Wow. Yeah, that's gonna look good. You know what? We are gonna get the respirator. We definitely want to put ourselves in a position where we're not getting stain poisoning. But while we're back here, just because I'm excited, it's almost like a secret passage, by the way. How cool would that be? Look at this. What if we put a shelf here, right here, and then it like slid or hinged open? That would be literally the coolest thing ever. Now, and that shelf's almost perfect for it. Now I want to buy something. Anyway, let's see how these are going. They're coming along for sure. They're looking nice. That's right. It's over here where I left a huge mess. Don't tell anybody. We'll clean it up later. Yeah, well, right now it looks like garbage because it's only halfway done.
I have once again returned for you, Batman.
The motto is work fast, get shit done, and then clean up the mess. And not let it dry. I think it looks a lot better. Look at those. Whoa. And Meat Bob's back. I don't know if you guys can see. What one looks better to you? I don't know. Maybe it's not focusing.